Good morning to all. This is Sudarshan lecturer in JNGP Ramatapur. In Poltronics, we are discussing Poltronics. In this Poltronics, we are discussing applications of Poltronics. Already, just before day, we are discussed different applications of Poltronics circuits that are high voltage DC, HVDC, high voltage DC, power transmission system. Means for conversion purpose, high voltage when we are transmit the high voltage DC means we need the converter and inverter circuit. That purpose also we are using this Poltronics device for the conversion. Next, light dimmers in home and theaters. Light dimmers in home and theaters, switching on versus switching off purpose. Generally, we are using light dimmer circuits. Means automatically when we want to switch on, we by at what time we want to switch on. That purpose we are using light dimmer circuits. That is also operation. Also, we are discussing light charging and battery charging circuits. Light charging and battery charging circuits. That's also we are discussing. Now we can discuss light charging and battery charging circuits. Next, burglar alarm or theft alarm. Means emergency purpose we are using the present days burglar alarms or theft alarms. Means we want to protect whatever the equipments in this particular specified location, specified areas. We want to protect that all equipments from the theft. You want to control everything by using the Poltronics controls. And electric traction vehicles, just a series motors we control. Means electric traction vehicles we are using electric traction. Also what are the vehicles in motors also we are using. Want to control the speed. Want to control the speed means we need the control of the whatever the drive or whatever the motors generally we are using. By using drives you want to control that speeds. That purpose also we are using these electric traction vehicles that are tram cars, trolley cars, subway, electro locomotives. Generally, these are in these applications also generally we are using means electric traction vehicles. So generally the tram cars, trolley cars, and subways, electric locomotives. In generally in traction machines, generally series motors. Generally we are using series motors means DC series motor. Generally, first of all we are taking the AC supply, single phase AC supply. We are given to the we are taken and that is converted into the DC and conversion is required there also. That conversion purpose also we are using AC to DC for power trans equipments, power trans device, power trans circuits. Generally we are used for conversion into that AC into DC, and that is also we are given to that series motors. That purpose we are using traction. It's a many application, one major of the applications from the this power trans device only present is. Next, commercial lighting and speed control of AC to DC machines. Here, commercial lighting and speed control of AC to DC machines. Generally, here, generally we are using commercial lighting purpose. Whatever that, what time it is, we want to switch on. That means that purpose also we want to control what are the illumination level is required. Based on that one also we want to control. That is for commercial lighting. Speed control of AC to AC or DC machines. Control the speed. Here different type of circuits generally we are using for this speed control purpose. Means here generally we are already discussed this, the control converters. That is the rectifiers, inverters, rectifiers, inverters, different circuits generally we are using for this speed control purpose. Speed control of AC to DC machines. Static circuit breakers also. Static circuit breakers also we are using for these applications. Next, power control in chemical processing using electrochemical process such as electrolysis. For controlling chemical processing purpose we are using the electrochemical process such as electrolysis purpose also we are using. Next, power control metallurgical process. This electrothermal process such as electric arc welding and in arc welding, arc melting, and induction heating and melting, resistance heating, different purposes. Melting the means separates amount of the current is required for the welding, means that much welding transformer generally we have, means high current is required, that you are given by the by using that much control is required by using this power circuits. This also we melting, also arc melting. Arc means some amount of the arc it is formed in between that point to where you want to melt, means that is also we are using melting also same way. Resistance eating purpose also generally we are next to power supply of aircrafts, space shuttles and satellites. These are the applications generally we are using for the this powertronic equipments or powertrain circuits. So here already some explanations we are discussing. Light dimmer circuit using diac and triac. Here light dimmer circuit we are controlling the gate we are given from the diac to control the triac. In this way, some particular resistors and RC circuit used to control the that circuits. That is also we are discussed yesterday. Means how to change the how to dimmer, means when we want to switch on light dimmer just like dimmer. Next, not only that one we can uh, control the light illumination level also we are discussed by hearing the what are the resistors, how to change and how to control the that illumination level. That is also we are discussed, means that is a light dimmer circuit generally we are. Next, burglar alarm circuit also we are used, means general one particular switch you are insert concealed point and we are closing switch generally we are using. That gate is grounded, and whenever the particular protective equipment means whenever they are removed, means automatically that is connected to the it is grounded. Whenever that remains from ground is disconnected, due to that one alarm will be blown glowing, means the based on that one we can protect whatever the our equipments or whatever we are protecting, that we can protect. In this way we are discussing here. Next, emergency lamp circuit using SCR, that we are mentioned here. Next one will be emergency lamp circuit using SCR, means these are the it is also one of the application of the power device. Here emergency lamp circuit, generally emergency purpose we want to charge circuit lamp circuit, emergency lamp circuit using SCR. Emergency purpose you want to switch on, that purpose generally we are using here. Basic circuit of an emergency lighting system which maintains, generally we are maintaining the whenever it is emergency, in that condition we want to blowing the that lamp. That purpose generally we are maintaining the 12 volts battery at full charge. We are mentioning 12 volts battery at full charge, and switches automatically from AC mains to the battery. When AC mains get voltage gets interrupted, here lighting system which maintains 12 volts battery generally we are using at full charge and switches automatically from AC mains to AC mains to the battery. When AC mains voltage gets interrupted, AC voltage means when gets interrupted, we are switching. These are the generally basic circuit for the emergency lighting system. Now here this is general circuit of the this emergency lighting system. This is a general transformer. The midpoint tapping that transformer generally we are using. Supply will be 230 volts 50 Hz, means single phase supply generally we are taking. The transformer is connected with the midpoint, means tapping we are mentioning midpoint center tap transformer generally we are using. Here that is connection with the D1 and D2 are the two diodes generally we are using. This means full bridge, means center tap full bridge, just like we see the full wave rectifier generally this is called center tap full wave rectifier. Here diodes D1 and D2, and there is connected to the output of that one. The output of the that rectifier is connected to the thyristor. Now thyristor to the load. In between the thyristor getting connected to the bypass the anode to the some resistance to diode D4 to the gate we are connected. In between Zener diode we are sufficient how much voltage want to give to, means that is a Zener diode breakdown will be occur, means short circuit bypassing this one whenever more than that voltage will be appeared. But normal conditions this will be whenever below that one, means that much same limited current, means maximum amount of the current gate current is required, means more than that when you are given, means that thyristor will be damages. So that purpose you want to avoid the damage of the thyristor. That purpose we are using the resistor and the Zener diode. Whenever the more than that, whenever current flows means automatically Zener will be breakdown automatically. It is connected and it will flow from the in this direction only. Some amount of voltage will be applied. In this way, that purpose Zener diode also we are using here. The diode for the gating purpose we are using the diode, and that is connected to the battery 12 volts battery to the load circuit. Generally this here load, and here we can see that their load here mentioned means to this 230 volts 50 edges, 13 volts means for some drop will be occurred diode and thyristor. That's why 1 volts in yearly approximately drop will be occurred means only it have 12 volts only, means more than the 12 volts generally we are taken, that's 13 volts. Here 12 volts, here battery we are connected to load. But is only it is emergency conditions lamp circuit will be using emergency lamp only. That purpose only we are using this emergency lamp circuit. Here main basic circuit of emergency lamp system which maintains 12 volts battery. Here we can see that the 12 volts battery at full charge and switches automatically from AC mains to the battery. Generally AC mains to the battery, generally switches we are given to the battery. When AC mains voltage gets interrupted, switches automatically. This will be means due to 12 volts battery at full charge means switches, this will be switches automatically from AC mains to the battery when AC mains gets interrupted. This is the general operation of the general construction of the this emergency lamp circuit using SCR. Here we are 230 volts 50 edges AC supply we are given to the primary of the transformer. That will be induced the voltage in the secondary. That is the voltage which will be set it up to full wave rectifier. Means that will be given to the some we are connected to the two diodes means D1 D2 and is a full wave rectifier means set up transformer with full wave rectifier means it is a rectifier. This rectifier providing the suitable DC voltage at the output side. Suitable DC voltage at the secondary side of means output side means here D1 D2 output side. This in this location this will give the transformer and the two diodes D1 D4 D2 form a full wave rectifier providing suitable DC voltage. This will be provided. Here anode and gate is silicon control. This SCR kept at battery voltage. Generally we are maintained at generally this anode will be we are maintained at 12 volts, kept at 12 volts battery voltage. Means that's the anode and gate generally we are maintained both will be equal potential, means that's the 12 volts, while the cathode is kept at higher voltage. Generally more than this cathode will be, we can say that equal or more than that voltage generally at normal conditions. If the AC power gets interrupted, the voltage of the cathode K of SCR falls below the battery voltage, means automatically it will be reduces that voltage level. Whenever it reduces the voltage level means automatically the output voltage will be directly is reduces means automatically the before K voltage means at cathode voltage will be more than the anode, means it will be reverse biased. Now cathode whenever supply will be that will interrupted means automatically cathode voltage will be less. Cathode voltage will be cathode voltage of this cathode voltage of SCR falls below the battery voltage. The SCR triggers and supplies the load with the power from the battery. Supplies the load with the power from the battery. That battery power will be generally from the battery it will be supplied. When AC power reappears, once again suppose the AC power reappears, SCR turns off automatically and the battery recharges. In that time SCR offs and battery will be recharged. This separate circuit we are given to the battery. Sometimes we are inserted in the this side, automatically it will be off position. When our power supply is off means automatically it will be given. The switches which generally we are using, we are not mentioned that is what are the conditions switches how we are closing this one. Generally thyristor, generally we are closing the opening closing of thyristor, we are giving the that emergency purposes we are given to the power supply to the load in this way. Generally 230 volts supply, this converted into the 13 volts center tapped means the total voltage basically 26 volt, but center tapped we are considering that is the voltage will be 13 volts. That is positive cycle, negative cycle means positive cycle T1 will be conducted, negative cycle T2 will be conducted. That will be average will be full wave DC voltage will be appeared across the output, means that is connected to the anode of the this thyristor and along with the anode to the resistor to the T4 to the gate terminal. Means it is a whenever the cathode voltage will be more than this will be anode, means it will not conduct, that battery will be given. Whenever the cathode will be less than the anode, that will be conducted, that will be conducted. Conducted and that would SCR in the time the SCR will be triggers. Thus SCR triggers and supplies the load. Means whenever the supply, whenever cathode will be less than, means while the general position this cathode of K is kept higher voltage. Means to if the AC power gets interrupted, whenever it is interrupted, the voltage of cathode of SCR falls below the battery voltage. It is whenever it is below the voltage means automatically the SCR get triggers. SCR means why? Because the potential of the anode will be more than the cathode. So anode voltage will be more, means automatically anode to cathode means is a PNPN layer, means two J1 junction, J3 junction will be forward biased. Means along with one through resistor to diode D4 to we are giving the gating signal. Means J2 junction also forward biased. Due to that one, three junctions will be forward biased. That will be thyristor will be conducted. When the conductor means automatically that will be the current flows to the means that SCR triggers and supplies the load, with the power from the battery, when the AC power appears, suppose AC power reappears once again, means SCR turns off automatically and the battery recharges. In this way generally operation will be done in the this emergency lamp. Means our aim is to switch on the lamp in emergency conditions. There is the operation for the generally we are mentioned here transformer and two diodes D1 D2 from full wave rectifier providing suitable DC voltage, that we are mentioned. And A and K of CRs are kept battery voltage level, that is a 12 volts only. Means while the cathode K is kept at a higher voltage level. And when if the AC power gets interrupted, when is interrupted, the voltage of the cathode K of SCR falls below the battery voltage. The ACR triggers and load supplies the load with the power from the battery. When AC power reappears once again, before it is interrupted, now once again it is reappears, the ACR turns off automatically. It will turn off, battery recharges. In this way this operation will be done of this emergency lamp circuit by using SCR. By using SCR only we are controlling that lamp in emergency condition. This is the operation of the emergency lamp circuit using SCR. Generally we can see that the voltage will be appeared 13 volts, means the drop will be we are considered, the drop will be considered. That is why we are showing that the voltage will be 13 volts. Sometimes we can drop will be negligible, means we can say consider that is in place of 13 volts, that we can consider 12 volts only. Why? Because any diode drop will be around 0.7, silicon generally we are using 0.6 to 0.7 volts. Means approximately whatever the line loss, everything loss will be occurred after we are assuming 12 volts. That's we are mentioned generally the 12 volts battery level. That's starting we are mentioned that lighting system which maintains 12 volts battery at full charge. That's we are mentioned generally. That is the operation we are mentioned for the that is 13 volts. In this way we are operating this emergency lamp circuit using SCR. Where AC power reappears, It's a turns off automatically, and the battery in that time when our power supply once it's came, automatically normal lights will be on. In that situation, that will be recharge battery up to charges to full voltage. Next circuit will be battery charging using SCR. Here generally the charging generally the charging batteries are charged regularly to keep it to the full charged position. Suppose any battery we are continuously we are using means it is the discharges. Means it is discharges means we can switch on the emergency battery charging will be, we want to charge it once again whenever using it will be charges. We want to charge once again means you are, that's why always generally the charging batteries are charged regularly, continuously we are charging the that batteries. Means that batteries will be charged regularly. Suppose we are assuming a cell phone, generally we are using cell phones means once it is recharges continuously to the zero position means it's switch off. Means we want to keep it in on position means we want to give the charge regularly. If we are not charging regularly means that the voltage will be up in this batteries will be, it's moves to zero position. That's why want to charge to the fully charged position, want to charge it to the fully charged position. That purpose we are charging this batteries. The charging current is obtained from a bridge rectifier. Generally we are taken means why, because supply will be, generally any charging batteries will be, it is a DC voltage will be charged, but our supply system will be AC. Our every supply system will be AC. Means it is AC means you want to charge it in the battery means it is required will be DC voltage. DC voltage is required means what we want to do, want to convert that AC into DC voltage. That's why converter is required. That's why we are using converter. Charging current is obtained from a bridge rectifier. That's why we want to bridge rectifier. Generally, we are used to convert that AC voltage into DC voltage. We want to convert into battery. Charging current is obtained from the bridge rectifier. Means that's bridge rectifier. Generally, we are using rectifier means is a convert into AC into DC. Means two half cycles, positive and negative half cycles. We want to convert into uh, the DC. That's why we are using full wave bridge circuit. Generally we are using full wave bridge rectifier. Generally circuits used for the this operation, any operation of this emergency lamp, whatever the lamp and the battery charging purpose. Generally the bridge circuit generally we are used for the this purposes. And it flows in a direction means charging current, it will flows in up direction opposite to that when the battery is being used. Whenever you are using one direction, whenever charging is a one direction means opposite direction the current will be flows when the opposite direction to the when the battery is being used. In this opposite direction generally the current will be flowing. Why? Because charging is one direction and discharging in one direction. That's why opposite currents generally we are concerned for the this battery charging and discharging purpose. Here battery charger has two settings. That's the namely we are mentioned here. Quick charge setting and trickle charging setting. Quick means immediate charge, you want to charge it. Trickle means slow rate. Slow rate that we are mentioned here. Quick charge setting is mainly used to charge the battery in quick time means within the less time, immediately means less time, within the less time you want to charge that battery means fast charging. Just like cell phones previous are slow chargers, present day you want to charge more fastly means generally we are using fast chargers. Just like same way here also quick charge setting is mainly used to charge the battery in quick time. That's why quick charge setting, that's the name is called quick charge setting. Next trickle charging is nothing but charging the battery at a slow rate. Slowly we are charging to keep the battery in full charged condition. Full charge means excess charges is not required. We want to slowly, we want to charge it to up to full level. If it is not more than the exceeded value. So in this way, trickle charging is nothing but the charging the battery at a slow rate to keep the battery in full charged condition. Fully charged condition. That purpose generally we are using. Now here a battery charger circuit is provided with a lamp which gives an indication when the battery is fully charged. We want to identify that. We want to identify it is fully charged or it is not fully charged means we want to identify that purpose. It's very difficult to identify that identification of the discharging. That purpose, this is the one. A battery charger circuit general is provided with a lamp with a lamp generally we are using, which gives an indication when the battery is fully charged. Means whenever this battery will be fully charged, this will be indicates the lamp, neon lamp generally is a glowing. Now neon lamp will be glowing. General neon lamps generally we are using means a less amount of energy to be used and easily, and just identification purpose only we are using. That purpose generally we are using neon lamps. That lamps generally we are inserted in this circuit to identify whenever it is glowing means automatically it will be charged fully. That purpose we are using this battery for charging purpose. We are using indication when the battery is fully charged. That purpose these lamps will be, which gives you an indication. So here this is a battery charging using SCR. Here we can see that this circuit, here transformer generally we are using AC voltage 230 volts 50 hertz generally we are using. That the number of turns will be N1. And here generally sometimes generally majorly we are considering N2 will be tapping, but we are not mentioned here. Generally major applications tapping of the N2 we are considered. Number of turns will be different, means tappings will be generally place different tappings will be used for the this N2. Now here that is connected to the number of from the tappings, full voltage or whatever the voltage you want to consider, that is given to the bridge rectifier. That's the number of diodes will be 4. We can see it here, D1, D2, D3, D4. Means that the bridge rectifier, diode rectifier generally we are using. That is connected to the one resistor R1. That purpose I can explain that. That is the resistor to the we are connected to the SCR one side and neon lamp one side. SCR is gated from the series to the R2 to the D5. Now SCR to the we are connected to the directly to the downside. We can see it here battery. Means here R2 and C we are mentioned. That is used for the out at what time we want to switch on the this SCR. That purpose we are using the R2 variable R2 and C. Next, whenever the R4 and T2 and T1, whenever the how much it is charging, how much when we want to switch off the that purpose we are using T2 and T1 with at what rate, what voltage, what the rate we want to charge. That purpose variable R6 resistor R6 generally we are using R4, R5 and R6. Generally variable resistors R6 generally we are using to that one. Here the T1, T2 are the transistor. Here we can see that the battery charging circuit using SCR. This is the battery charging circuit for the SCR. It consists of step down transformer. This is a step down transformer only we are using. It consists of step down transformer. That is you can see the number of turns in the primary, number of turns in the secondary. When you can see that automatically we can identify it is step down or step up transformer. This is a step down transformer with different tap settings. We are mentioning the different tap settings at the secondary winding. Why? Because secondary is required. Secondary changing voltage is required. That's why secondary tap setting generally we are inserted at the secondary winding. Here bridge rectifier, SCR circuit with the transistors T1 and T2, variable resistor R6, right side we can see that, charging capacitor C, and variable resistor this R2 we are mentioned. This is the general circuit for this emergency battery charging using SCR. Here we can see that during charging process of your battery, the transformer secondary is selected first to above rated voltage. Whatever the rated voltage we are fixing for this circuit, we want to select the above rated voltage and current of your battery. Above rated voltage and current of your battery. Generally we want to select. And charger circuit is kept at quick charge position. Why? Because fast charging is required. General applications, fast charging generally we are using. That purpose, this charger circuit is kept at a quick charge position. Now here quick charge position we are fixing this circuit. Means here the bridge rectifier converts what is the price supply we are given to transformer. Transformer is connected to bridge rectifier. The bridge rectifier converts AC voltage to the DC voltage. It is converted. That output is given to that R1 through thyristor. Now here diode D5 generally we are using. Diode D5 triggers the SCRs. The SCR into the conduction. Now here R2 and C, based on the selection of the R2 and C, variable R2, where means what are how much voltage we are to select to switch on the SCR, means how much current is required to switch on the SCR. That purpose we are using R2 and C in this direction also. Here diode D5 triggers the SCR into the conduction. It moves into conduction, and the charging current flows to the battery. This whenever the trigger is the SCR, that whenever the triggering given to the SCR, it will be conducts. Means whenever it conducts, the charging current flows to the battery through SCRs. This from this location to the battery, SCR to it is connected to the battery. Means battery will be charged. The voltage to which the battery is charged can be adjusted by varying means how much at what voltage, means the voltage to which the battery is to charged can be adjusted. How much it is adjusted by using varying whatever the resistance we are mentioned in the R6. This R6, whenever we can see that R6 we are right side of this one, R6 by adjusting this one we can fix the voltage to which the battery is to be charged. Can be adjusted by varying the resistance R6. The resistance R1 generally here at starting, just we can see that resistance R1 also is this R1 resistance high power resistance, because it carries a full charging current. Whatever the charging current flows to the battery, this whenever this voltage changes by this R6 also. Already we are see that this R6 whatever it is R6 means here R1 is high power resistance because it carries a full charging current. When the battery becomes fully charged, if it is batteries will be charged to the fully charged, transistor T1 and T2 starts conducting. Right, whenever it is charging fully charged, means this we can see that the base emitter junction will be forward biased, automatically forward more voltage will be given, that the junction breakdown automatically this will conduct means this connected to the along with the base will connect to the T1 automatically due to the T1 and T2 starts conducting. Means this is due to battery T1 and T2 starts conducting. The capacitor discharges before when you are given to the means diode will be conducted, means some amount of charge will be charged starting. After that it will be breakdown of the d5 will be occurs. Whenever breakdown of the d5 will be occurs, that gate you are given, means it will be charged at a particular voltage, means capacitor in this direction. In this time, whenever the transistor T1 will be, T2 will be starts conducting, the capacitor C discharges through the low impedance path. It will choosing the low impedance path through T1 and T2. T1 and T2. This action whenever the discharging, this action commutates the SCR, means SCR will be off. After battery, SCR will be commutates the SCR, that will be using the to commutate the SCRs. After the battery is charged, a small current continues to flow through the neon lamp to this in this direction. This will flows the gives the indication by glowing. Yes, whenever it is fully charged, it's a discharging. It's a small current. After battery charge, a small current continues to flow through the neon lamp, which gives indication by the glowing. In this way, this we can charge the battery by using SCRs. By using SCR. Now we can see that this is circuit that the explanation we are given. It considers step down transformer with different tap setting. It's cutter winding until we are discussed during charging process. Battery transformer secondary selected for step rated voltage current of battery. That is the deep triggers ACR that we are mentioned what we are discussing just now. That is the in deep description here. Now here go for the next one. That is battery charging using SCRs and Zener diode. Here now before that only we are using the SCR, but here we are using the battery charging circuit using SCRs and Zener diode. Generally we are using here we can see that this is generally here two diodes D1 and D2 along with the center tap transformer. Here also we are using two diodes with the center tap transformer forms like a full wave rectifier. Here also we are using means generally full wave rectifier. Before circuit we are charging purpose we are using bridge rectifier, but here generally we are using the two diodes for the full wave rectifier purpose. We are using D1 and D2 with the same here also we are using. Before that one also we are using, it's not center tap transformer but is a secondary will be tappings we are mentioned, but here we are using center tap transformer. This here main function of the output voltage rectifier is applied to the battery with SCR1 in series with it. This here main function of the diode is to limit the voltage to which the battery will be charged. Here generally this diode will be used means up to what level, what limit we want to charge it. That purpose we are limit the voltage at what low voltage level we want to limit the want to charge, or that limit the to limit the voltage purpose. Generally we are using the main function of the diode is to limit the voltage to which the battery will be charged. Here this is general application. Actually we can see that circuit. Actually this AC 230 volts we are given. There is a secondary we are taken this transformer with the center tap transformer. This is one side we are connected D1 and one other side we are connected the D2, means two diodes. This is the forms this center tap full wave rectifier. Here to the that is the connected output of that one rectifier will be connected to the diode and SCR, diode D4 and SCR diode D4 and SCR. Now SCR triggered by using R3 and D3. Now here D4 is connected in series with R1, R2, R5, R6 variable potentiometer. That R6 is a potentiometer. It is connected with the GNR diode along with the C and R7 to the SCR2 and R4. This is generally this ground will be connected to the ground. This battery will be charged by using this is circuit. Here different diodes and this is a GNR diode. Here we are using 2 SCRs. Generally here we are using 2 SCRs. Here we can see that when the battery is discharged, suppose if it is here, we can see that here we are already when DC output of the rectifier is applied to the battery with the SCR1 in series with it. The main function of diode is to limit the voltage to which the battery will be charged. Here we can see that. Suppose when the battery we can see here when the battery is discharged condition, when the battery will be discharged condition, the anode of the SCR1 SCR1 will be higher voltage. Whenever we are giving the battery is generally discharge condition, before we are not switched on the SCR1, means it is discharging, means voltage level will be very less than the actual supply. So in this condition, the anode of the SCR will be at higher voltage compared to the cathode. So in this condition, the potential will be less potential compared to supply potential of the SCR. Anode voltage will be more than this cathode voltage. So in this condition, that the D3 will be on through R3. That whenever the D3 will be on, the SCR1 will be triggered by D3 current. Now due to that one, whenever the current will close to the gate of this thyristor SCR1, it will be conducts. Whenever it conducts means thyristor SCR1 conducts means battery will be charged. Charges continuously. Now here triggering pulse is applied to the SCR1 through R3 D3, so that battery starts charging. Whenever battery will be charging, as the charging process near to completion, whenever it will continuously charges, it will be charges to full position. Whenever it is moves to the full position, means near to completion of the full charge, the voltage V will reach such a particular value. We are fixing the particular value. That value whenever reaches, means GNR diode generally whatever the full charge value whenever reaches, that limited value will be fixing the GNR diode. Means whenever the voltage will be reaches the such value, the GNR diode will break down. Whenever the GNR will be breakdown, means that gives the gating signal to the SCR2. Means SCR2 will be conducting. Now SCR2 will be conducting means whenever you are given to the SCR2 will conduct, means that the R3 and the voltage divider formed with the R3 and R4. Whenever voltage divider formed with the R3 and R4 will cause the diode D3 will be reverse biased. Whenever potential divider will be acting as R3 R4, D3 will be reverse biased. SCR means we are removing the gating pulse to the that thyristor one. When at the same condition, the battery will be fully charged. That anode of the SCR1 and cathode voltage will be nearly equal or more than that value. Means SCR1 will be commutated. It will be off. SCR1 will be stop conducting. After completion of quick charging, now start the trickle charging current. Trickle charging will continuously flow into the battery through D4 and resistance R1 R2, D4 and resistance R1 and R2. In order to protect the means slowly it will be charges through D4 R1 R2, means in order to protect the battery from the overcharging, quickly charging to the value of the R2 is kept at I position, means limit the that charging current. That's purpose we are using this R2 position will be maximum position, means it will be slowly it will be charged. Whenever it reaches the maximum value it will be stop the at that location. In this way we can charge the that battery by using this both processes, quick charging and quick charging process methods. Generally we are using to charge the battery in this by using this Zener diode and SCR circuits. This is a normal operation of the this battery charging using SCRs and Zener diode.